Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live with Dylan Scott and Katie Bailey.
Today, if the power stays on, we will finish a story that we started yesterday.
It's time to get ready for Gahannathon, when the activities start, and what you need to know.
And the Lions hit the ice for a weeknight game. We have the highlights.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Dylan Scott.
And I'm Katie Bailey. Hopefully this will be our first real show of 2023.
Yes, due to the power outage yesterday, we were not able to run all of our stories.
But lucky for you, Lincoln, we'll be sharing them today for you. So let's get into it.
Here at Lincoln, we strive to show our pride through inclusivity and acceptance towards our LGBTQ+ students.
That's right, and with the recent hate crimes such as the Club Q shooting in Colorado Springs, members need our love and support more than ever.
Our own Lex Rady takes a look at how hate crimes affect our LGBTQ+ students here at the high school and what we can do as a whole to spread more love instead of hate.
On November 19th to the 20th, a gunman opened fire at Club Q, an LGBTQ+ nightclub in Colorado Springs. 5 people were killed, while 25 others were injured. This act of violence was a hate crime against the LGBTQ+ community. While the act of terror took place in Colorado, many students here at Lincoln feel impacted.
I feel like I've been very desensitized to the point where it hurts me on the inside, but I cannot express my emotion on the outside other than just like, are you kidding me? No, this is not okay.
It's very hurtful to know that like humans are like that just because someone wants to be a certain way or like a certain gender, just because, you know, it's not a great feeling. It's not great to be around. It's very uncomfortable.
I just don't really understand why people care so much about what others are doing with their life if it's not affecting them. And the fact that they would take it that far is honestly just unbelievable.
While the extreme acts of violence against the LGBTQ+ community is unbelievable, what's even more shocking is how common members of the community receive hate for their sexuality. According to Stonewall.org, 2/3 of LGBTQ+ members have experienced LGBTQ+ violence or abuse. Of these, 3 in 10 had experienced physical violence, 2 in 10 had experienced sexual violence, 9 in 10 had experienced verbal abuse. These experiences can happen anywhere, any day.
Sometimes somebody say something, I'll ignore it, but later on in life, it'll come back and hit me. You know, some things it's just until I get to my certain breaking point.
I have a lot of pins that are like, oh yeah, these are my pronouns, and I don't wear them because I'm scared that somebody's gonna yank them off me or call me slurs. Like, it's been very scary just being like, oh yeah, this is what I like.
Being a part of like the LGBTQ community, you get a lot of people who make jokes and don't really understand that it kind of hurts sometimes, because if you're seen with another girl or like another boy, then people don't really see you the same as they should. They'll call you like the F slur.
What causes these extreme feelings and acts of violence towards the community doesn't have a direct cause, but instead many reasons as to why people may feel a certain way.
The society of people are afraid of what's different. You look at things like the LGBTQ community, anyone that is gender nonconforming, transgender, all of these things are different than what people consider the norm. And when something is different, that makes people afraid or makes them react negatively towards it.
While some people have negative perceptions about the LGBTQ+ community, Gahanna Lincoln does its best to promote a safe and welcoming environment for their LGBTQ+ students through clubs like United and by promoting messages of inclusiveness and love. Although some students believe that there are different ways to prevent such violent and aggressive attacks against the community.
I think we could try and make people like understand a little bit more about what's really happening and how people actually feel about this, because even though it's fear, it can still be prevented. People don't always have to just assume. With knowledge, I feel like people would be less likely to do such violent acts.
At a young age in school, or from your parents or from anybody, you learn not to steal. Stealing anything is bad, but that doesn't stop people from doing it. Telling someone to not do something isn't going to change anything. I feel like the only way to prevent it from happening is to educate the people that it's happening to on what to do when something happens.
Through education directed towards members of the LGBTQ+ community and people who don't necessarily agree with the LGBTQ+ lifestyle, we can create a more peaceful and inclusive society that includes everyone despite their differences. This is Lex Rady for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Lex, and thank you for covering such an important topic that affects many students here at Lincoln. Our biggest school fundraiser, Gahanathon, is right around the corner. And with Gahanathon coming up, there are some quick reminders to get you ready for Gahanathon and the beginning of Coin Wars. We caught up with Student Council member Tyler Hermit for more information.
Gahanathon is coming soon. It is on January 14th from 12 to 5. Tickets are $5, and you can find the tickets around the school on posters, and you can find them on our Instagram. Also, Coin Wars is coming to an end soon as well. It ends next week's Friday.
Thanks, Tyler. With break coming to an end, the preparations for Diaspora are in full swing. The acts are being finalized and rehearsals are beginning soon. One of the advisors, Miss Amerson, is very excited to put on the show for you all to see. We spoke with her for more information.
Teachers, pay attention because on Monday we will be sending out a sign up so you can bring your classes to our January 20th school performance. It will have a similar setup as Holiday Marathon, so stay tuned for your emails. Student body, make sure you come. We are so excited. We are going to be highlighting all the features of the African diaspora. We will then have a community show on January 28th. There are 2 shows, 2 o'clock p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. Each show it opens up 1 hour ahead. So stay tuned. We're going to have more information about online ticket sales. It's just $5 for entry. Again, we are excited and ready for our return.
Thanks, Mrs. Amerson, and I can't wait to see the performance.
Katie, I believe we're joined by Jamie Curtis today for some announcements.
Yes, good morning, Jamie.
Good morning, guys.
What news do you have for us today?
Well, Lincoln's Newspaper Club has been working hard to get their winter publication released, and there's lots to expect with the new edition of the Lions Roar. Article submissions were due yesterday, and the ones submitted are incredibly interesting reads. Here's Ray Clark to tell us more.
So as of right now, we have not found a printer to print our articles on paper, so all of them are going to be published on our website. You can find our website linked on our Instagram at Gahanna Lions Roar. We're going to have a lot of fun new articles about current events, movie reviews, and some comics.
Thanks, Ray. Another GLHS tradition is also coming up, and that is Varsity Varieties, our school talent show. Varsity Varieties is a special performance because it showcases talents of all kinds from our school, ranging from singing to stand-up comedy and so much more. There's an interest meeting today after school in the band room, open to all. Here's PS member Claire Booker with the details.
So our Varsity Varieties interest meeting is tomorrow after school in the band room, and what that is our school-wide talent show, and we like to see anything and everything. Singing, dancing, comedy, it's really just all about seeing what different people in our school can do. So if you're interested, please come and we'd really like to see you there.
Thanks, Claire. Well, that is all the news I have for you today, Lincoln. So let's send it back to my favorite people ever, Dylan and Katie.
Thanks, Jamie.
Moving on to some sports news, our varsity hockey team faced the Olentangy Braves last night.
They fought hard all throughout the game but could not get a lead. The Lions lost 8-1 with 1 goal scored by Jack Paps.
Honorable mention to Nolan Lehman and Jack Richards for a pair of solid performances.
We wish you good luck on your next game, Lions.
Hey Katie, have you ever seen any of the Avatar movies?
No, but I've heard great things about them.
Well, after a decade, the Avatar franchise is back, with Avatar: The Way of Water hitting the theater a few weeks ago.
The film is close to breaking $2 billion with extreme new animations and a star-studded cast.
Enter the world of Pandora with Fatima's Film Friday show.
Here's this week's episode.
The animation was just like really cool. It looked like really realistic, and like it's kind of been cool to see how they turned in all of these like really cool animations and like turn them into like these beautiful like landscapes that we see in the movie. And I just like how the Avatar movies, like they take something that's like really real, like saving our forests or saving our oceans.
Thanks, Fatima, and I might have to check out the new movie.
Yeah, it looks good. Well, I think that wraps up our show for today.
But don't miss us too much because we'll be back here on Monday.
Have a great weekend, Lincoln.
Bye.